Hello, it's Sunday and it's time to talk about spirituality. Our topic now for today and the next 7 weeks is the 7 deadly sins. Now, you've all heard this from Hollywood. I don't know if you've heard the proper version of it, but it's an interesting subject. These aren't really sins per se. They are behavior patterns which people can slip into, which lead them to the dark side of life, and they're very dangerous. And they're in order of the most dangerous going down. So I'm going to quickly review them in total now, and each week we'll do a different one. So the first one is pride. Pride is known universally really as the great sin. All theologians basically agree on this, and it seems odd when you first meet that idea. When I first heard that, I thought that can't be right. But it is, because you need pride for any other sin to grow. It's the soil in which all the other sins grow. If you don't think you're more important than someone else, it's very hard to then go and mug them, steal from them, use them in some way. So pride is the one. So that'll be the first one. The second one is avarice, which is a word you don't hear much of these days. And I think there's a reason for that. Avarice is trying to accumulate as much wealth as possible to insulate yourself against any of life's troubles. And that might not sound a bad thing these days. People don't think of that as very bad, but actually the most misquoted words in the whole Bible are money is the root of all evil. It doesn't say that. It says love of money is the root of all evil, and it is. So if you love money to the point where it's your God, where you'll do anything to anyone just to acquire more wealth, you've gone down the wrong path and you're in big trouble. Lust is the next one. We all know about lust. It's getting worse with the pornography on the internet being free and everywhere. It's getting much worse. I've got some worrying things to say about that. Envy is one. Now I think with envy, because we're very materialistic these days, it's probably getting worse. But I think as you get older, you go away from envy. If I see someone roar past in a Ferrari, I'll look at that and think, I'm glad I'm not paying his car insurance or his fuel bill. If I see him in a great big house, I say, well, I'm glad I'm not paying for his gardening and his heating bill. So you get away from that, but it's a big problem really. Gluttony is the next one. Gluttony is not just about food, it's about being greedy generally in everything, more materialism. Again, it's getting worse really. And anger. Anger is the sixth one. And anger is a problem because it can cause all sorts of crazy things to happen in life. Is there ever a time when anger is justified? Yes, there is, but it's a bit like lies. Yes, lying can be justified, but only in a very small percentage of cases. And the last one is sloth, which is laziness. And there's plenty of that around, and we'll talk about it. So they're all coming up. So look out for the first one, pride, in next week's episode. Thank you so much for listening.